Hi, Holly Mecker here from your ECS Instructional Tech team. This quick tip video focuses on what to do when your diagnostic on IXL is finished. Let's jump into IXL and look at the data first. Here I am logged into IXL. I'm first going to hover over Analytics and then go to Diagnostic. When I clicked on Diagnostic, it automatically took me to my overview. Notice here, overview is selected. As I scroll down, I can see my students' math levels at a glance. I can pinpoint students who are finished with their diagnostic because they have this circle next to their name and they have a pinpointed score. And then other students who are not finished who still have a range score, which means they still have more of their diagnostic to complete. If I want to dive into individual domains, I can select them here. For example, if I go to fractions, when I selected that domain, it automatically brought me into a Diagnostic Strand Analysis. What this page does is automatically groups your students based off their working level. For example, in fractions, I have 4 different groups of students. Group 1 has a range from around a 430 up until about a 580. Group 2 has a range starting at around 580 and goes up to the higher 600s. I have a pretty large jump here to Group 3, which gets me from the 700 to 800 range, and then my Group 4 all have hit 800. As I scroll down, I can see more information that would be helpful for each group. For example, Group 1 has top recommended skills for small group instruction. These students need practice on multiplying fractions by whole numbers. If I click that caret, I can now see an example of what that problem looks like. I can scroll through a few examples in case I need more examples of problems to practice. There's the shortcut skill. This will never change for students, so you can always search for that. And then I can also push view skill to jump into that skill. As I scroll down, you'll see they do the same thing for all of my groups. And then at the bottom, I do have 2 students who have not done enough of the diagnostic to even get put into a group yet, so I need to encourage them to continue their diagnostic. If I move over to the algebra and algebraic thinking domain, you'll notice that my spread of student scores is significantly wider, so I have more groups in that section. I also have single outliers. For example, my group 1 is only 1 student and my group 5 is only 1 student. These students are outliers and they may need very individualized remediation or extensions to make sure we're growing both of those students. When I'm looking at the diagnostic, I'm also looking at all of my students. If I wanted to narrow it down, I could narrow it down by class, and I could also narrow it down by subject. What I demonstrated was the math diagnostic overview, but the language arts overview works exactly the same. I have my overview page where this time it gives me my ELA levels along with my reading levels, and then also has the different domains to break into reading, vocabulary, writing, and grammar. Another amazing feature that you can find right here on the diagnostic overview is a diagnostic report for each student. Next to each student's name, you'll see this icon to view the Diagnostic Action Plan. Go ahead and click that button, and when you select that, the action plan will open in a PDF. This is a wonderful resource that you can use to talk to students about recommended skills, and also a way that you can talk to parents about recommended skills for students and where they fall in each domain. Once your diagnostic is complete, we have 2 tips for you that will keep your diagnostic up to date so that student scores stay relevant. The first tip is to use the diagnostic for 10 minutes a week. Maybe every Monday morning, the first thing students do when they walk in is do 10 minutes of their diagnostic. This helps skills continue to repeat in their diagnostic to make sure they have still mastered those skills, and also we'll double check on how they are doing on other skills they have not yet mastered. The second tip is to make sure you're using IXL with skills and assigning skills to students, whether that's in a skill plan or individual skills that they're working on present time in class. As students work on skills, that continues to build their diagnostic. And so they work together and hand in hand. So it's important that we not only are doing 10 minutes in the diagnostic every week, but we're also utilizing IXL and assigning skills for our students for them to practice. I hope that was helpful. I love the diagnostic, so I hope you are using it and using the data to help drive your instruction. If you have any questions for us, please leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.